Wasn't even planning it, just took the long way around. And suddenly the old core came up slow from the ground. Chain link fence still standing with its rustle on the top. Something in my foot just naturally eased off the stop. Rolled up to the curb and let the engine idle low. Sat there with the window down and let the memory flow. The backboard had a crack in it that wasn't there before. Maybe it was always there and I just didn't keep the score. The blacktop had been patched in 2 or 3 uneven spots, connected by the charcoal lines of somebody's recent shots. But the rim was still the same rim, slightly bent to the left. The way it always was, the way they gave our shooting depth. We learned to compensate for it, adjust the angle slight. A private knowledge shared between us on those summer nights. I could see us all so clearly in the empty afternoon. 6 deep on a Saturday beneath the hanging moon. Every face a different version of the same young certain thing, that this chord and all its moments was forever offered. Old chord, same bend rim against the sky. Different now without the sound of all those guys. Used to fill this whole place up with noise and name. Now it's just the wind that plays the same old game. Every crack in the blacktop holds a memory down. Every ghost line drawn by kids who left this town. Old chord, I can almost hear you all from here, fading like a song that used to fill the atmosphere. No. Marcus moved out west sometime around the 2nd year. Sent a message every birthday, rest of the time didn't disappear. Devin had a kid and then another and a third. See him on the feed sometimes, exchange the occasional word. Tone just kinda drifted to a place nobody planned. Last I heard he was somewhere in another state of land. Ray was the one we thought would never leave the block at all. Ended up the furthest gone, didn't even make a call. And me, I'm sitting in a car outside the core we built our days, trying to locate the feeling through the years of haze. The laughter was the thing I missed more than I thought I would. That particular frequency that only young men understood. Not the polished kind of laughter that you bring to newer rooms, but the kind that starts from nothing and it kind of just consumes. Somebody falling, somebody's shot clanging off the rim, somebody's cousin with the moves that didn't match his trim. I sat there till a kid came out and started shooting on his own, and watched him for a minute in the court we used to own. Old court, same bend rim against the sky. Different now without the sound of all those guys. Used to fill this whole place up with noise and name. Now it's just the wind that plays the same old game. Every crack in the blacktop holds a memory down. Every ghost line drawn by kids who left this town. Old chord, I can almost hear you all from here, fading like a song that used to fill the atmosphere. Yeah, old chord, every memory still caught. Miss y'all, same rim, still see us in there.
I show up every morning and I do what needs to get done. Clocking with the others underneath the same pale sun. Hands moving through the motions that they've memorized by now. Muscle memory doing what the mind can't quite endow. I ain't dragging feet and I ain't slamming any doors. Just a man who fills his hours doing adequate chores. The coffee helps to start up and the lunch break helps the haze. And the end of day bell finds me counting off the days. People ask me if I love it with the hopeful look they wear, and I smile back and tell them something gentle floating there. The truth is somewhere quieter and harder to explain. It ain't misery exactly, ain't a cloud of heavy rain. More like wearing shoes that fit but never quite feel right. Functional enough for walking but not made for any flight. I do the work and do it well, nobody has complaints. But doing well is something and enjoying it at different paints. I just never found the passion at the motor reason post. Keep promising it's hiding somewhere close to what I'm close.
I don't hate it, I just don't love it either. Pays the rent and keeps me as a breather. 5 days in and 2 days free to find the parts of living that restore my mind. Not every chapter has to burn with fire. Some pages just exist below desire. I don't hate it, it just isn't mine, and that's an honest place to draw the line.
The desk has got my coffee ring from every single year. The same chair holding up the same as sitting here. I've learned to find the small things worth the quiet appreciation. A colleague with a decent joke, a smooth collaboration. The Friday afternoon that stretches longer than it should. The moment clocking out feels better than I thought it would. I save the real stuff for the hours after 5 o'clock. The music and the cooking and the slow and hurry walk. That's where something in me actually decides to show a full. Where the doing isn't duty, but a genuine soft pull. The work is just a container that the life is poured around. Not the source of who I am, but just the necessary ground. I used to feel ashamed that I couldn't find a calling there like everyone. That purpose burning bright beyond compare. But most folks on the elevator heading to their floor are probably just showing up like me and nothing more. And there's a kind of peace in that, a solidarity of days. Just decent human beings moving through the working haze.
I don't hate it, I just don't love it either. It pays the rent and keeps me as a breather. 5 days in and 2 days free to find the parts of living that restore my mind. Not every chapter has to burn with fire. Some pages just exist below desire. I don't hate it, it just isn't mine. And that's an honest place to draw the line.
Yeah, just honest. Not every road is a promise. Show up, go home, and that's alright. Yeah. Yeah.
Whole lights. Yeah, yeah. Walking slow under the yellow beam. Everything feels like a hazy dream. Every street lamp is a page of the past. Memories coming in thick and fast. I see that face from 5 years ago, dancing in the flicker of the orange glow. The mistakes I made when I was just 20. Times were lean, though the laughs were plenty. I see the ghosts on the corner of the street, echoes of the people I used to meet. My shadow stretches long on the gray concrete, feeling the rhythm of a heart that's beat. Why does the night make the past so loud, like a heavy silver lining on a midnight cloud? I'm just walking, eyes on my shoes, sifting through the winds and the old time blues. The grind is over, but the mind stays on, replaying everything until the break of dawn. Oh, the street lights know my name tonight, bathed in the amber and the golden light. Let the old thoughts come and let them go, like a river with a steady, quiet flow. I'm finding the healing in the silent air, letting the wind take away the despair. It's just the night and the glow of the lamp, leaving the soul with a peaceful stamp. Finally back door clicks behind me, where the old shadows can no longer find me. Throw my coat on the back of the chair, running my fingers through my messy hair. The room is dim, just the way I like. After a long distance mental hike, grab a cold soda, hit a metal pipe, waiting for the spinning of the world to stop. Sinking in the sofa, the cushions are soft, sending all my heavy duty worries aloft. I light up a stick, watch the cherry burn red, trying to quiet down the noise in my head. Smell of the smoke in the cool night rain, washing away the remnants of the strain. Grab a bag of pretzels, a salty little snack, no more looking over my shoulder, looking back. The TV light is a soft blue haze, and in the loop of those old times. Oh, the street lights know my name tonight, bathed in the amber and the golden light. Let the old thoughts come and let them go, like a river with a steady, quiet flow. I'm finding a healing in the silent air, letting the wind take away the despair. It's just the night and the glow of the lamp, leaving the soul with a peaceful stamp. Fade out, just the light. Yeah, old stories, let them fade. Peace in the glow. Out. Yeah, so fine.
Slid into the seat, let the door click shut, closing off the world and the maybes and but. The driver's just a shadow, a silhouette in front. I'm just hiding out on the quiet kind of hunt. My head hits the glass, it's cold against my skin, watching where the city and the sky begin. Heavy eyes watching all the street lights glow. Everything is moving, but I'm feeling so slow. The grind left me empty like a hollowed out tree. Finally taking time just to be essentially me. Neon signs blurring into rivers of gold. Thinking about the stories that I've never been told. My feet are so heavy, dragging on the floor. I don't wanna think about the more anymore. Just a passenger now, with no wheel to turn. Letting all the bridges and the worries just burn. The motion is a cradle, rocking me deep in the quiet of the cabin where the memories sleep.
In the backseat vibes, let the world just pass. Watching every shadow on the window glass. No control needed, no place to be. Just the rhythm of the road setting me free. Blurring out the faces, blurring out the noise. Finding my balance, finding my poise. Drifting like a cloud in the purple night. Everything is heavy, but everything is light.
Leather smells like old rain and a little bit of dust. In this quiet motion, it's the only thing I trust. Reach for the window, feel the wind in my hair. Letting go of every single heavy-ass care. Passing by the diners with the bright white light. People eating dinner in the middle of the night. I got a bag of chips, heard the crinkle and the snap. Eating in the dark with the world in my lap. Rain starts to trickle, making tracks on the pane. Washing out the static from a weary-ass brain. I see a lonely dog on the corner of the street. Feeling every bump beneath the rhythm of the seat. The car is a bubble, a sanctuary of gray. Dissolving the tension of a long haul day. Stretching out my legs, let the ankles just rest. Taking back the pieces of a soul in the chest. Dim amber dashboard glowing like a spark. Guided by the ghost in the velvet black dark. Heartbeat is steady like a lo-fi track. Going to a place where I'm never coming back.
In the backseat vibes, let the world just pass. Watching every shadow on the window glass. No control needed, no place to be. Just the rhythm of the road setting me free. Blurring out the faces, blurring out the noise. Finding my balance, finding my poise. Drifting like a cloud in the purple night. Everything is heavy, but everything is light.
Just watching it go. Backseat. No more driving. Yeah. Peace. Peace. Yeah. Let it breathe.
The city never punches out, it runs on through the night. Billboards burning neon where there shouldn't be this light. Sirens in the distance like a song that never ends. Traffic on the overpasses move around the bends. This place is built for motion, built for never standing still. Every corner selling something, every window got a thrill. But my mind been running since before the sun came up today. Carrying the weight of every word I had to say. Meetings stacked on meetings and the inbox never clears. Everybody wanted something, everybody needs my ears. By the time I made it home, the city still was wide awake. But somewhere in my chest, I felt the fracture start to break. Not the kind that bleeds, but just the kind that asks for rest. A quiet little signal coming soft from in my chest. Sat beside the window watching headlights sweep the wall. Thinking about the version of myself before the sprawl. Before the city got inside my rhythm and my pace. Before I started running just to keep up with this place. City never sleeps, but I need to close my eyes. Let the hum below me fade into the skies. All the lights can burn, let the traffic roll. I just need the silence deep inside my soul. World can keep on turning through the restless night. I'll be somewhere quiet, far from all the light. City never sleeps, but my mind needs to lay down. Gotta find my stillness in this never sleeping town. Dim the lights down low and felt the room begin to shift. Every shadow softening, the tension start to lift. Put the phone face down and let the notifications die. Watch the ceiling slowly breathe beneath the amber sky. The pillow held my head the way that nothing else could do. Blanket pulling over me like something warm and true. Outside was still hustling, still honking, still in gear. But inside all the urgency was melting into clear. Breathing slow and counted back from somewhere high above. Felt the day releasing like a fist open into a glove. The mind was still attempting one last scroll through all the noise. Replaying conversations, reconstructing all the ploys. But I just let it talk until it started losing steam. The way a river narrows at the edges of a dream. The city kept its promises to everyone outside. But in here all I promised was to let the current guide. No alarms for nothing that couldn't wait until the sun. The night was finally gentle and the running had been run. City never sleeps, but I need to close my eyes. Let the hum below me fade into the skies. All the lights can burn, let the traffic roll. I just need the the silence deep inside my soul. World can keep on turning through the restless night. I'll be somewhere quiet, far from all the light. City never sleeps, but my mind needs to lay down. Gotta find my stillness in this never sleeping town. Yeah. Let it go. City hums, but I'm moving slow. Rest now, breathe now. Mind laying down.
Yeah. Disconnect. Oh. Just walked in, the screen is flashing bright. Another 100 messages, stealing up my night. They want a piece of me, they want my tired soul. Scrolling down the timeline, losing all control. My thumb is getting numb, my eyes are burning red. A million digital ghosts swimming in my head. I used to be a man, now I'm just a ghost online. Chasing after numbers, pretending I am fine. The notifications ping, a heavy ass sound. Pulling my weary spirit straight into the ground. I'm looking at the glass, a black and shiny square. Feeling like there's nothing but an empty vacuum there. I drop my heavy keys upon a wooden stand. Looking at the device, glowing in my hand. It's time to pull the plug, it's time to cut the wire. Stepping out the digital, cold-blooded fire. The world is spinning fast, a crazy-ass machine. I'm stepping out the matrix, washing myself clean. I'm powering down to let the spirit rise. Looking at the room with my own two eyes. No more flashing screens, no more fake-ass light. I'm taking back the peace in the middle of the night. The silence is a song, a beautiful release. Finding my own rhythm, finding my own peace. Breathing in the dark, the energy is pure. This quiet little room is the only real cure. Rapid steady flow, phone goes face down, slide it in the drawer. I ain't gonna check that glowing devil anymore. Sinking to the sofa, feel the cushions deep. Preparing my mind for a heavy ass sleep. Reach out for the remote, TV's on mute. Eating on a bowl of some cold sliced fruit. Light a little incense, watch the smoke curl up. Pour a little water in a heavy glass cup. The shadows on the wall are dancing nice and slow. Bathed in the amber of a solitary glow. No vibrating buzz in my denim pocket now. Taking off the sweat from my tired ass brow. I hear the city rain, tapping on the pane. Washing out the static from my weary ass brain. My favorite old hoodie, sleeves a little torn. In this quiet space, I'm finally reborn. Stretching out my legs, let the tension just fade. Chilling in the sanctuary that I finally made. I'm powering down to let the spirit arise. Looking at the room with my own two eyes. No more flashing screens, no more fake ass light. I'm taking back the peace in the middle of the night. The silence is a song, a beautiful release. Finding my own rhythm, finding my own peace. Breathing in the dark, the energy is pure. This quiet little room is the only real cure. Hey. Just power down. Off the grid now. Real life only. Yeah, we out. Peace. Oh. Yeah.
Just ride the wave.
Yeah.
Just ride the wave.
Bass hits my chest, rhythm in my bones. Let my mind dissolve, no need to hold on. Thoughts come and go like smoke in the air. I don't chase them down, I just let them be there. Slow BPM, matching my heartbeat. Sinking to the couch, melting in the seat. Eyes half closed, vision getting blurry. No deadlines here, no need to hurry. Snare hits soft, like a gentle tap. Pull me deeper into this mental map. Hi-hats whisper, counting lazy time. Each bar a breath, each beat a rhyme. Mind's a river, I'm floating downstream. Not fighting the current, just part of the scene. Yesterday's problems fade to background noise. Tomorrow can't wait, right now I got poise. Melody loops, taking me somewhere. Don't know where I'm going, but I don't really care.
I'm drifting away on this slow groove. Let the rhythm decide how my body moves. Thoughts flow by like clouds.
bass line like a pulse, feeling every frequency down to my soul. Piano keys dance, painting colors in my head. Purple, blue, orange, bleed into red. Time stops moving, or maybe I do. Can't tell the difference, don't need to choose. Thought about work, but it slipped away. Replaced by the kick drums, gentle sway. Inhale the bass line, exhale the stress. Music's my medicine, rhythm's my rest. No lyrics needed, but the flow feels right. Words come easy when you're floating this light. Couch knows my shape, pillows know my weight. Music wraps around me like a warm embrace. Lost in the loop, but I'm finally found. Silence between the beats, that's my favorite sound. Let the track play, I'll be right here, drifting through dimensions, crystal clear.
I'm drifting away on this slow groove. Let the rhythm decide how my body moves. Thoughts float by like clouds in the sky. No need to hold on, just let them fly. I'm riding the wave, no destination, just me and the beat, pure meditation. Mind goes blank, but I feel so full. Drifting away, peaceful and slow.
Yeah, just drift. Let the music take me. No thoughts, just rhythm.
Just rhythm.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. The day finally closed like a book I couldn't read no more. Stepped inside and locked the world behind the front door. Shoulders carrying weight that wasn't mine to hold all day. Dropped it with my keys and watched it slowly fade away. The hallway light was dim, I didn't bother flipping on the rest. Just the glow from down the hall was all I needed, nothing less. My feet were heavy, tracing steps they already memorized. Every single corner of this place a soft and welcome prize. Pulled my collar loose and let the fabric fall beside the chair. Breathed the quiet air and felt it cooling everywhere. The fridge was humming low, the clock was ticking on the wall. No notifications needed, no one left to call. Outside the city murmured like it always tends to do, but in here it was different, in here everything was true. I ain't chasing nothing now, the run is done for the night. Just me and all the stillness underneath the fading light. My chest was finally settling, the tension letting go. The silence wrapped around me like a friend I used to know.
End of day, let the music play, soft and low, just to drift away. No more words, no more noise to find, just a melody unwinding my mind. Let the silence fill the empty room, gentle notes dissolving all the gloom. I'll close my eyes and let the evening stay. This is how I wash the weight away.
Sank into the couch and felt the cushions hold me right. Pulled the blanket to my chin against the cooler night. The speaker in the corner breathing music soft and low. Piano keys are falling like the last of autumn's glow. Fingers wrapped around a warm cup sitting in my palm. Every sip a little signal telling me to stay calm. Steam was rising slowly, curling up into the air. The smell of something simple floating everywhere. Closed my eyes and heard the bass line moving through the floor. Each vibration talking to the part of me that's sore. The room was painted orange by the lamp beside the shelf. For the first time all day long I felt a little like myself. Outside was still turning, all the clocks were ticking fast, but in here time was honey thick and golden meant to last. The playlist kept on rolling song to song without a break. Every note a small permission just to rest and just to take. I wasn't going nowhere, nowhere needed me tonight. Just the music and the silence and the soft and fading light.
End of day, let the music play, soft and low, just to drift away. No more words, no more noise to find, just a melody unwinding my mind. Let the silence fill the empty room, gentle notes dissolving all the gloom. I close my eyes and let the evening stay. This is how I wash the weight away.
End of day, just the music and the quiet stay. Let it play, let it fade, just the music, drift away, yeah. Just the music and the quiet stay. Let it play, drift away.
Yeah.
Hanging my coat on the hook by the door. Don't feel like fighting the world anymore. The calendar pages are scattered like leaves. I'm wearing my memories right on my sleeves.
I remember the hustle, the heat of the chase. Always a mask on my tired old face. Running for shadows or reaching for gold. Doing exactly what I had been told. The nights were too long and the day grew too loud. Just another ghost in a wandering crowd. But now the engine is starting to cool. I'm no longer playing the part of the fool. I look in the mirror and see a new man, accepting the cracks as a part of the plan. The gray in my hair is a story of grace. I finally find in my own secret space. No bitterness here, just a calm kind of light. Ready to welcome the coming of night. It's a beautiful drift in the river of time. No mountain to conquer, no ladder to climb. I'm breathing in deep, then I'm letting it go. Watching the seeds that I planted just burn. No more regrets and no more what if. My heart is a harbor, no longer a cliff. Peaceful and steady, I'm feeling so free. Just being the man that I'm meant to be. Yeah. I brew a dark coffee and watch the steam rise. Looking at life with some older, soft eyes. I sit in the chair where the sunlight is warm. Safe in the silence, away from the storm. I pull out an album with corners of tape. Every mistake was a way to escape. The girl that I lost in the job that went south. No bitter taste left inside of my mouth. It's funny how fast all the anger can fade into the patterns of light in the shade. I tap on the table, it's slow, steady, deep. Feel the old floorboards beneath my bare feet. Outside the window, the trees sway so slow, teaching me things that I needed to know. You don't have to rush to the end of the line. Everything's moving on its own design. I take a small sip and I lean back my head, happy with every single word that I said. It's a beautiful drift in the river of time. No mountain to conquer, no ladder to climb. I'm breathing in deep and I'm letting it go. Watching the seeds that I planted just grow. No more regrets and no more what if. My heart is a harbor, no longer a cliff. Peaceful and steady, I'm feeling so free. Just being the man that I'm meant to be. No rush now, just time. It's all good. Lay flow, peace. Slow stride. Gray sky hanging like a low ceiling. West street shining with a cold feeling. Shoes hit pavement with a steady sound. Small ripples forming on the ground. Raindrops tapping on my hood slow. City moving in the muted flow. Traffic lights bleeding in the rain. Red and green in the blurry stain. Hands in pocket, shoulders tight. Breath turns soft in the fading light. Thoughts drift off with every step. Nothing to chase, no promise kept. Storefront glass with a foggy shine. My reflection walking out of line. People pass with umbrellas wide. Each one lost on their own inside. No loud rush, no sudden plan. Just quiet steps of a quiet man. Gray sky over my slow walk home. West streets where my thoughts can roam.
Every step in a gentle flow. Let the heavy things move real slow. No bright sun, but I feel alright. Peace in the gray of a rainy night. Footsteps echo soft and low. Mind drifting where the cold winds blow.
Water beads on a bench of steel. Cold through denim, sharp and real. Distant tires on a flooded lane. Soft white noise, a passing rain. Street lamp glow on a puddled street. Golden circles around my feet. Coffee steam from a corner shop. Bit of warmth in a paper cup. Jacket damp at the collar line. Raindrops racing down the sign. Neon buzzing in the broken tone. City humming in the minor drone. Slow inhale of the misty air. Rain on skin like a quiet prayer. Every block in a steady rhyme. Heart moving in unhurried time. Gray world wrapped in a silver sheet. Thoughts drifting slow with my steady feet. Gray sky over my slow walk home. West streets where my thoughts can roam.
Every step in a gentle flow. Let the heavy things move real slow. No bright sun, but I feel alright. Peace in the gray of a rainy night. Footsteps echo soft and low. Mind drifting where the cold winds blow.
Yeah. Gray sky. Oh. Slow stride. Wet streets. Soft beat. Face slow. Face slow. Yeah. City's breathing now.
City's breathing now.
Somewhere past 11 when the last train pulls away, the city starts to shed the skin it wore throughout the day. The horns that filled the afternoon have finally gone to rest, and something like a sign moves through the concrete of the west. The sidewalk clears, the footsteps in the storefronts put a gate. The urgency that owned the daylight hours dissipates. I stepped outside around the time and felt it on my skin. A different temperature of air required her discipline. The avenue was breathing at a slower measured pace, like a runner finally stopping in an open space. Street cleaners moved in patterns nobody stops to see. Their orange lights rotating soft and deliberately free. A couple walked ahead of me without a hurry known. Just two people in the quiet finally feeling home. The coffee shop still open with one patron at the bar. A barista cleaning surfaces beneath a single star. Everything reduced to its essential honest form. The city after midnight is the city after storm.
When the city quiets down, I finally hear myself. All the daytime noise retreating to its shell. Street lights holding steady in the dark and cooling air. Peace arriving like it always knew to meet me there. No more rushing, no more engine in my chest. Just the empty avenue and all this welcome rest. When the city softens, I can feel my edges too. Everything made gentle in this late and dark.
Found a bench beside the fountain in the park along the way. Sat down with no intention as the midnight held its sway. The water falling steady in a low impatient sound. The most consistent voice in all the silence to be found. A cat appeared from somewhere in the shadow of a tree. Regarded me a moment, then decided I was free. Came and sat beside me like the night had made us kin. Two creatures finding stillness where the quiet could begin. The sky above was darker than the daytime lets it be. A few persistent stars behind the ambient debris. I could hear the building's breath, the hum of something old. The infrastructure keeping watch against the creeping cold. My phone was in my pocket and I left it there alone. No need to document or share or make this quiet known. Just the bench, the cat, the fountain, and the cooling of the air. Just the honest feeling of a man relieved to just be there. The city in its quietude was generous and kind. Gave me back the edges of a slowly clearing mind.
When the city quiets down, I finally hear myself. All the daytime noise retreating to its shell. Street lights holding steady in the dark and cooling air. Peace arriving like it always knew to meet me there. No more rushing, no more engine in my chest. Just the empty avenue and all this welcome rest. When the city softens, I can feel my edges too. Everything made gentle in this late and darker hue.
Yeah.
City's quiet now. Finally found the house. Just the night, just the air.
Peace was always there. Yeah. Already enough. The algorithm knew exactly what to show me every day. Another thing I didn't have displayed in the best way. Somebody's kitchen renovation gleaming on the feed. Somebody's vacation quietly suggesting what I need. The car a little newer and the wardrobe a little more. The apartment in the neighborhood I hadn't seen before. I close the phone and look around my ordinary room and feel the subtle arithmetic of manufactured gloom. Like what I had was just a draft of something more complete. A placeholder existence waiting to become elite. So I work a little harder and I'd add another goal. Stack another rack acquisition on the ledger of the soul. Got the thing I wanted and it felt good for a week. Then the eye moved somewhere further to whatever else to seek. The finish line was made of rubber, stretched with every step. Happiness kept living in the future where I slept. Chasing more was just the current name for what it always been. A moving window, I was pressing my whole face against the sea. And
enough is not a lesser thing than more. It's the feeling of not needing to keep score. The coffee warm, the room familiar, air that's clean. Happiness was hiding in the ordinary scene. Not the next thing in the upgrade and the prize. Just the simple fact of living with open eyes. Enough is where the peace has always been. The most abundant place I play.
Started taking inventory of the things already here. The mattress that receives me at the ending of the year. The window and the light, it lets in different every day. The body that still carries me in its imperfect way. The handful of the people who would answer if I called. Not a crowd, not a following, just a few who've seen me fall. The food that tastes like something when I take the time to taste. Not the eating while I'm moving, not the swallowing in haste. The playlist that I built across a decade of my life. Every song a little memory, a joy or a little strife. These are not the things that trend to photograph the best, but they're the ones that hold me when I finally come to rest. Abundance isn't volume, isn't square footage or the count. It's the depth of what you notice and the gratitude amount. I walked outside and felt the evening air against my face, and couldn't think of anywhere that I would rather place. The man who needed more was always standing at a door that opened to another door, that opened to another.
Enough is not a lesser thing than more. It's the feeling of not needing to keep score. The coffee warm, the room familiar, air that's clean. Happiness was hiding in the ordinary scene. Not the next thing in the upgrade and the prize. Just the simple fact of living with open eyes. Enough is where the peace has always been. The most abundant place I've ever seen.
Already enough. Don't need the shine or the stuff. Just this. Just now. That's the whole vow. Breathe easy tonight. Yeah, clock out at 9, yeah, I barely said goodbye. Feet dragging through the door, so tired to even try. Left the office in my chest, couldn't leave it at my desk. One more email sitting there, I told myself I'd get the rest. But tonight I'm done responding, done performing, done pretending, and smiling at the metrics while my body keep descending. Keys hit the counter like a period on a sentence. Another day survived, I hold that with no pretense. Jacket on the floor, shoes keep somewhere by the couch. Shoulders drop 2 inches when I finally sit down south. Mirror in the hallway, caught a face I barely know. Eyes a little older, wearing weight I never show. Phone screen face down, that's a boundary I protect. No notifications worth the least I need to get. Just the hum of the AC in the quiet of the room. Hands still shaking slightly, let the evening be my cure. Close my eyes a moment, feel the tension start to break. The silence costs me nothing and it's everything I take. Just breathe easy tonight. No more battles, no more fight. Let the low light hold you right. Everything gon' be alright. Couch is calling, let it go. Slow the clock down, nice and slow. Homegrown peace, that's all I know. Just breathe easy, let it flow. Yeah. Couch sings beep like it was made to hold my shape tonight. Blanket over legs, then my switch dropped on the light. Remote somewhere between the cushions, let it stay. Whatever's on the screen, I'm barely watching anyway. Left over in the microwave, 3 days, but it's fine. Steam rising from the bowl, that's a feeling so divine. Start on fingertips on chefs I grab without a thought. Crumbs settle on my checks, that's a comfort that can be bought. Speaker on the shelf, playing something someone made. Lo-fi loop, just breathing while the room begins to fade. Candle on the table, throwing shadows on the wall. Wax dripping slow and steady, barely barely making sound at all. Hoodie strings between my fingers, twisting without reason. Mine ain't going nowhere now, I'm finally in season. Smelling cedar, old wood, something like the rain outside. Everything within this moment, nowhere left to hide. Body getting heavy in the best way, eyes half closed. This is mine, this moment mine. From my head down to my feet tonight. No more battles, no more fight. Let the low light hold you right. Everything gon' be alright. Couch is calling, let it go. Slow the plaque down, nice and slow. Homegrown peace, that's all I know. Just breathe easy, let it slow. Breathe easy, yeah. Nobody calling a night, just a low light, just a low light. Let it go, still. Yeah. Oh. Clock hit 6, I'm dragging feet through the door. Eyes heavy, mind scattered on the floor. City lights blinking, but they don't shine for me. Just another face in the crowd trying to breathe free. Boss on my neck, deadlines piling high. Inbox full of stress, can't even reply. Concrete jungle got me feeling like a ghost. Chasing paper trails, but I'm losing what I need most. Subway packed tight, strangers pressed on my chest. Everybody moving fast, nobody gets rest. Phone buzzing non-stop, I just let it ring. Soul feeling empty like I'm missing everything. Came home late, kicked the shoes by the step. Dropped my bag, exhaled all the weight I kept. Mirror shows a stranger, tired eyes stare back. World keeps spinning, but I'm off the track. Need a moment just to catch my own breath before this grind turns into something like this.
So I slow it down, let the city fade away. Light it up, let the smoke carry the day. Couch beneath me, universe in my hand. In this moment, I finally understand. I ain't chasing nothing, just feeling alive. Homegrown peace in these midnight vibes. Let the world keep running, I'm staying right here where the noise disappears and my mind is clear.
Scared. Couch sinks deep, leather coat on my skin. TV glow soft, let the night begin. Remote in my left, drink sitting on my right. Condensation dripping, everything feels right. Got the blinds half closed, street light creeping in. Orange haze mixing with the gray and dim. Crackers on my chest, crumbs falling slow. Don't care about a thing, just letting it go. Playlists on shuffle, bass rattles the glass. Old school sample loop, memories of the past. Eyes half shut, vision starting to blur. Thoughts drifting soft, like I'm covered in fur. Inhale deep, feel the weight lift off. Lungs fill up with the California moss. Papers rolling easy, fingers work the lead. It's the only ritual that brings me relief. No alarms, no plans, no place to be. Just me in the silence, finally feeling free.
So I slow it down, let the city fade away. Light it up, let the smoke carry the day. Couch beneath me, universe in my hand. In this moment, I finally understand. I ain't chasing nothing, just feeling alive. Homegrown peace in these midnight vibes. Let the world keep running, I'm staying right here where the noise disappears and my mind is clear.
Yeah, just fade away. City never sleeps, but I do. Right here.
Used to know a group of faces I could call on any night. Same block, same jokes, same everything, just feeling right. We'd sit out on the steps until the street lights all came on. Never once believed that kind of thing could just be gone. Somebody moved for work, somebody moved for love, somebody just drifted quiet like a cloud above. No big argument, no falling out, no final door to slam. Just slowly everyone became a stranger where we'd stand. The group chat still exists, but no retypes no more. Just birthday messaging emojis kept for keeping score. I scroll the names sometimes and think about the years we had. Ain't trying to say it's wrong, just sitting with a little sad. Life just pulled us each towards something only we could see. Can't be mad at nobody for becoming who they be. But late at night I feel the space where all those voices were. The silence where the laughter used to make the whole room stir. I pour a glass and think about the last time we were all the same. Before the roads divided and we each got different names.
Different roads took us different places, different lives behind these older faces. Still I keep you somewhere in my chest, even miles apart, even unpressed. No hard feelings, just a quiet ache of everything that time and life can take. We were real, that much I know is true. Different roads, but I still think of you.
Found an old photo tucked inside a drawer I rarely open. 6 of us at somebody's roof, and some are barely spoken. Everybody laughing at a joke I can't remember now, but I remember how it felt, the ease of it. Somehow somebody got a kid, somebody got a ring on their hand. Somebody's in a city, neither one of us had planned. I heard through somebody else that he's doing pretty well, and I was glad to hear it, even with the bitter smell of knowing we don't talk the way we used to talk before. Used to know his favorite song, his coffee or the more. Now I only get the highlight reel on somebody's feed. Curated little windows in the lives I used to lead. The couch feels wider some nights when the memories coming, pouring through the quiet like the cold beneath the skin. I turn the music up a little just to feel the room. Let the bassline sit beside me in the low and heavy gloom. Ain't looking for nobody to come back or to explain, just honoring the season that we shared before the change.
Different roads took us different places, different lives behind these older faces. Still I keep you somewhere in my chest, even miles apart, even unpressed. No hard feelings, just a quiet ache of everything that time and life can take. We were real, that much I know is true. Different roads, but I still think of you.
Different road, we all carry different load. Still real, still felt. Wherever you at. Yeah.
Yeah. The engine cuts, I'm sitting in the driveway for a bit. I realize how much I've been just pushing through the grit. I walk up to the door and let the heavy keys unlock. I'm tired of the race against the ticking of the clock. I toss my dusty jacket on the corner of the chair. I breathe out all the pressure that was hanging in the air. Been running on a treadmill, trying hard to prove my worth, forgetting how to walk upon the surface of the earth. The mirror in the hallway shows a weary kind of face. I tell myself it's fine to take a slower kind of pace. We push and then we pull until there's nothing left inside. I'm done with chasing shadows and I got no tears to hide. Unbuttoning my collar and I kick away my shoes. I'm opting out the game because there's nothing left to lose. The hustle culture tells you that you gotta grind and sweat, but honestly this evening is a time I won't regret. I'm dropping all the weights that I was carrying all day. I realize I don't have to try so hard to be okay. Oh, I'm finally breathing out and letting go the strain, washing out the heavy expectations from my brain. The world can keep on spinning, but I'm stepping off the ride, finding all the quiet little corners deep inside. You don't always have to push to validate your soul. Sometimes doing nothing is the way you make it hold up. Peace is slowly blooming like a flower in the dark. I'm resting in the center of my own secluded park. I sink into the sofa with the cushions worn and gray. I let the velvet comfort melt the stiffness all away. The TV screen is glowing with a muted retro glow. A vintage cartoon playing that I used to watch and know. I spark a little paper and I watch the embers burn. There's nothing left to study and there's nothing left to learn. The smoke is slowly drifting to the ceiling in a ring, just enjoying the simplicity of every little thing. A bowl of salty pretzels and a soda on the side. I'm letting go the steering wheel and going for a glide. The loaf I beat beat is tapping from the speaker on the shelf. I'm making up a quiet little treaty with myself. The amber lights are casting gentle shadows on the wood. Not trying to be perfect, just accepting what is good. A breeze is coming softly through the window, nice and chill. The frantic voice inside my head is finally keeping still. The blanket wraps around me like a shield against the cold, just letting all the magic of a lazy night unfold. Oh, I'm finally breathing out and letting go the strain, washing out the heavy expectations from my brain. The world can keep on spinning, but I'm stepping off the ride, finding all the quiet little corners deep inside. You don't always have to push to validate your soul. Sometimes doing nothing is the way you make it hold. A piece is slowly blooming like a flower in the dark. I'm resting in the center of my own secluded park. Yeah, drop the weight, don't gotta push so hard. Just breathe, exhale the rush. We good right here. Yeah, just let the record spin. Turn the lights off. No more talking. Sitting in the dark right now, watching smoke hit the ceiling, shadows moving on the wall. Got a real quiet feeling, funky's buzzing on the bed. I don't even wanna look, read the same page of my life like an old and dusty book. Used to yell until my lungs are trying to make them understand. Now I just pour up a drink, watch the glass sweat in my hand. People wanna win the argument, I just wanna win the night. Ain't no trophies in the living room, ain't no reason left to fight. Let the neighbors sleep, I'm just staying out of sight. Nothing left to prove today, let the words just fade away. I don't need to be the one who's right, just breathing in the quiet night. Nothing left to prove today, let the words just fade away. I don't need to be the one who's right, just breathing in the quiet night. Street lights coming through the blinds, casting lines across the floor. I don't care about the gossip, I don't listen anymore. Used to carry all the weight, heavy bags upon my back. Now I leave them at the door, keep the train right on the track. Got some incense burning slow, smells like pine and cedar wood. Everybody wanna talk, saying things they never should. I just nod and walk away, keep my peace inside my head. Better off just staying silent than regretting what I said. Got the window open wide, listen to the rain instead. Nothing left to prove today, nothing left to prove today, let the words just fade away. I don't need to be the one who's right, just breathing in the quiet night. Nothing left to prove today, let the words just fade away. I don't need to be the one who's right, just breathing in the quiet night. Yeah, yeah, just breathing, just breathing. No more fighting, no more fighting, no more fighting. Lights out, lights out, lights out. Stay chill, down, down, down. I'm good right here, I'm good right here. People used to ask me why I turned the invitations down, why I'd rather stay inside than go and paint a night on town. Read the question in their faces even when they didn't speak. That particular concern reserved for someone looking weak. Assume the empty Friday meant the sadness I was in, that choosing my own company was something close to sin. I used to half explain myself, apologize a bit, make it sound like circumstances rather than a fit. Dress the solitude in language that would make it easier to hear, soften all the edges of a choice I held most dear. But somewhere in the middle of one perfectly still night, I stopped performing loneliness and sat inside the light. Had my music and my dinner and the window to the rain, and felt more like myself than I had felt in quite a lane. No performance and no posturing and no crowd to read, just the unedited and honest version of my creed. The man alone inside that room was not a man in lack. He was someone finally comfortable enough to just be back.
Don't always mean I'm lonely in the dark. Sometimes it's the quietest way to find my spark. The room is my
space where I remember my own eyes. Alone is not a wound that needs to be addressed. Sometimes being with yourself is simply being blessed. Steady flow. I know the texture of my evenings down to every thread. The particular arrangement of the pillows on my bed. The way the kitchen smells at 7 when I cook alone. The satisfaction of a silence that is fully on. I've had the conversations that go nowhere meaningful. The crowded rooms that left me feeling less than usual. And I've had the quiet mornings with my coffee and my thought that gave me back a clarity, no social hour bar. There's a difference in the loneliness that aches against the chest, and the chosen aloneness that allows the mind to rest. One is hunger looking for a table set for more. The other is a man who knows exactly what he's for. I can sit inside a room of one and feel completely full. There's a kind of conversation with yourself that has a pull. The things I work through in the silence of a solo night, no therapist or friend could bring to that same kind of light. So when they ask me how I spend my evenings on my own, I tell them I've been getting better acquainted with my home.
Alone don't always mean I'm lonely in the dark. Sometimes it's the quietest way to find my spark. The room is mine, the evening mine, the silence too. No explanation so for what I choose to do.
Hey, solitude ain't sadness wearing a disguise. It's the space where I remember my own eyes. Alone is not a wound that needs to be addressed. Sometimes being with yourself is simply being blessed. Hey, just me. And that's exactly where I need to be. No apology, no lag, just coming back. Yeah. Yeah.
Just me and the asphalt.
Yeah, just cleared the gate, left the stress at the door. Can't take another minute of the city no more. The office lights flicker in a fluorescent blur. Thinking about the man that I used to be, sure. Grip on the steering wheel, leather feels cold. Tired of the stories that I've already told. Hit the on-ramp, feel the engine start to hum. Watching all the feelings and the memories go numb. City in the rear view, shrinking in the dark. Looking for the silence, looking for the spark. No destination, just a lane and a light. Dissolving in the shadow of the middle of the night. My shoulders are heavy, but the pedal is light. Ready to surrender to the speed of the night. The concrete is singing a low-key song, telling me exactly where I truly belong. No more deadlines, no more urgent little calls. Breaking through the logic in the invisible walls. Highway therapy, let the wind blow through. Finding a version of the soul that is new. Just the white lines and the velvet black sky. Watching all the heavy ass worries pass by. In the motion, I am finally still. Driving up the peak of the solitary hill. No more questions, no more why or how. I am living in the absolute now. Dashboard glowing in a soft amber hue, reflecting in the window with a midnight view. Reach for the dial, let the lo-fi beat play, washing out the poison of a long haul day. A cup of cold coffee in the holder to my right, fueling the rhythm of a long haul night. Passing under overpasses, shadows and light, feeling like a pilot on a secret ass flight. Open up the window, let the chill air in, touching every surface of my tired ass skin. The smell of the gasoline and the wet leaf road, letting down the anchor and the heavy set load. One little spark, watch the cherry glow red, clearing out the attic of the things in my head. I see the constellations through the sunroof glass, letting every moment and every shadow pass. My heart is a piston, steady and deep, miles to go before I even think about sleep. Highway therapy, let the wind blow through. Finding a version of the soul that is new. Just the white lines and the velvet black sky. Watching all the heavy ass worries pass by. In motion, I am finally still. Driving up the peak of the solitary hill. No more questions, no more why or how. I am living in the absolute now.
Just keep rolling.